Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night 4C Live. Happy to see everybody here. We're joined by Becker. We've got Bacon in the building, and Ken is here in spirit and in background. So, if needed, he will show up. But we're going to give him a little bit of a break.
He's just a little down with the sickness. So,
not nice. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We got a wonderful show. We have a great return guest, and I guess we can bring him out of the back room and throw him in. Everybody, please welcome Mr. Pat Gleason. Pat, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, really good. How you guys doing?
Awesome.
Doing good.
Yeah, it was a pleasure seeing you in New York. You know, I stopped by and said hi while you were working hard, and
yeah, I hear it was crazy out there. It was crazy. I saw so many people just say hi, and that was about it because it was just nonstop.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't see you much on the first day, but when you got there, and then you were just busy. I couldn't even get close to you for a long time.
Yep. Yeah, we weren't. I didn't even get to walk around up on the main floor until the very last day.
Oh,
it was nuts.
Yeah, but so we're going to be doing. Everybody who saw last time, Pat was here. He was trying to raise money for a wonderful chicken coop for his daughter, and we don't have any pictures of the condominium-sized chicken coop that he was able to build. But this time we're raising money for some other stuff because everybo's got stuff that happens. So
barn.
This is going to be
barn.
Yes,
it's cheaper now.
This is for healthier animals. This is for flooding. This is for all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Honestly, I would like to see Chris and Mr. Dunn here and myself raise a barn together. Like, I think we could do it. I've seen the Amish do it. I think we got this, guys.
I only got one hand right now, so it's not gonna be great.
Bacon, I don't want excuses. Play through the pain.
Listen, I'll be happy to eat the community meal after the barn is raised. I'm all in for that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's see. So Ken must have, it's
fish. Oh.
Claim. What's going on? Who's typing claim?
There's nothing.
Oh boy, we've already.
I think that's why Ken's not here. He's typing claim in the chat. We haven't even thrown up a claim yet, and there's already
posted the prices or anything yet, guys.
Nothing. It's $8,000 for a small headshot, but we appreciate it. We're just going to award it to Dustin Whitney, so that's good. So you got $8,000, Dustin. Go ahead and do that in advance. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, we have not started. I don't know why Ken was playing with you guys and threw that claim up, but let me show you guys what we're doing tonight so reload your claims, everybody. But it's nice to see that we've got lots of people who want to get something from Pat tonight. So as you guys can see, we've got a lot of options on the board. He's going to be doing some colored car index cards. Those are going to be like headshots and some more affordable way to get something. Those are going to be 3x5, and those are $125. Or he's going to be doing like 7x10 or blanks, which depending on what blanks he's got. So if anybody doesn't know, 7x10 is about like backing board size. Yeah. And then blanks obviously are the same size. So that's why those are the same price. We are going to add $10 for the blanks, but he's got a whole bunch of different blanks. So if you want one on a blank, just ask what he's got. Hopefully it'll fit the character you want. And then the bigger choices we've got are the 9x12s, which we're probably going to do like maybe up to torsos or 3/4 figures. We're really trying to keep the full figures onto the 11x14s. But that's all a mouthful. Look at all the Bristol board he's got. He is ready to go. I'm going to stop talking any second. And whenever you guys are ready to say something, go right ahead because I'm already going to lose my voice.
I got you, Jeff. Oh, what are you drinking?
Tag right there. Yes.
Okay.
So those are the claims, guys. There are the claims. They're all coming in now.
I'm going to start something.
I don't know where the claim bar started. Somebody will have to tell me if there was anything after Ken's.
Claim bar started where Ken said
Amelia was the first.
Was he in? Okay.
I think.
So for everybody, it looks like the first 3 are going to be from Facebook. The next 2 are going to be from YouTube. But if you got the rules there, we can throw up just for anybody else who's new to the show and doesn't know how this works.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Sorry, I'm not Ken.
I know. Listen. Oh, you had it. It was really, there you go. All right, guys. So we are a live claim sketch show. You just type claim in the chat. If it's 3 or less claims, which I don't think is going to happen at any time tonight, We take the first claim. If it's 3 or more, we take the first 5 claims we see, and to be in a wheel spin. And then whoever wins the wheel spin gets the claim. We're going to be doing several sketches tonight. Don't go anywhere. Let's see how it all rolls out for the first one. And once again, if you've never bought from us before, please, you can message Chris Bacon on Facebook, or you can email us at 4C Comics Art at gmail.com. I think. Am I saying that right? Yeah. 4ccomic.art@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just remember, all the claims come with 4% processing and $25 shipping.
That is correct. 4% processing, $25 shipping. This should be a fairly fast turnover time. He's not going to take 5 months to do these guys. It's not going to be ready next week though, but somewhere in that area, we'll probably have a little while, a couple weeks. We'll get these out to you guys.
We're going to work hard on it.
How do we want to do this? We got way more than 5 already. So
I'm gonna give you the first. So the first 5 people who got it tonight. You know what? Since we have so many people who are claiming,
I put the 5 on the wheel already.
You put them on the wheel. Put the wheel up real quick.
All right, give me a sec.
Where's the wheel?
The wheel of death. There it is. This is the wheel of death. All right, I want you to spin it, and let's see who gets the first sketch of the night. If your name does not appear on the wheel, that's because you weren't one of the first 5 people to claim. But
stick in there, you'll get it in.
Dan, you are the winner. Dan, let us know. And you know what, Bacon? Did you save everybody's name who's on that wheel?
Yeah, I still did.
You saved it. All right. Well, we have so many people here tonight, and I know Pat's such a nice guy.
You know what? I'm ready to sketch. So I say we take a few at least.
Listen, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna say we take. You know what? Let's just take all 5. We're gonna take all 5 of you guys. I'm gonna make Pat work.
There
tonight,
are no rules.
And every one of you guys is gonna get a sketch. How about that? How about that?
These are the end times, folks.
Listen. I want to make lots of people happy tonight. I know Pat does.
Yes,
So what we need to know from you guys, each one of you 5 in the chat, please let us know which option you want, what character you want, and if you're choosing, say the 11 by 14 option, you don't have to have a full figure if you don't want to, but just let us know what size you want. Once again, we're trying to keep the 9 by 12s to headshot, bust, or 3/4. So please pick, if you're picking that option, which one of those 3, which means, don't say I want the $125 full figure. That's not an option. So, but I know you guys are going to try, and I appreciate that.
I can.
Like I said too, I'll go up to a full figure. If you guys want to do, if you don't care what I do and you just want me to make the best thing I can and want to be surprised too, let me know, because I can work that way too.
All right. Well, Emilio has put his first out there, so he wants one of the 3x5 cards, and he wants a black cat.
Cool.
So we can start off with that one.
All right. I have multiple colored cards because I'm that fancy. So look at that. I got a rainbow of cards here. I got a white one, but you can kind of see the lines through it on one of them. So
did you get Dan Joseph's too?
I did not.
Emilio's.
We'll do them all.
He wanted a Green Goblin on a Spider-Man blank and a CGC option.
So CGC Dan will be an extra 75, okay? And that'll happen once Ken gets it.
Okay, so let's start with the black. I'm just gonna write these down too, so I don't lose track.
Sure. Yeah. Take your time. We all 5 of them. We want to. It's like we're taking our time. And as you can see, guys, everybody's got a fair shot at getting a sketch tonight. So bear with us. He can only draw so much, but what he's gonna do is he's gonna draw some of them live on the show for a little while. He might not finish them. He's gonna start a bunch of them, and then he'll probably finish them up after the show. That's how he can do so many, and that's why he's being so great to us, and we appreciate it. I know you guys do too.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I wish I had a second camera so you could actually watch me sketch it. I'll just have to hold it up.
Yeah, but every once in a while, just hold it up. Sure. All right. So
Dan, just let us know if the 75 for CGC is fine. I believe Pat, you said you had an ASM blank. Is that right?
I do. I have I got ASM number 1, and I've got ASM 850. He has a preference on those 2, and that's it for ASMs. So,
okay,
preference, let me know.
I hear a kitty cat.
Yeah, that's Cat Murdoch. I'm gonna let him in.
That wasn't mine.
I was gonna say we know Pat's has got a broken wing.
We do. Well, we got it's always about, some sort of animal thing here around here. So yeah, we have a few cats, and our biggest cat for some reason just kind of broke her leg. We don't know what happened.
No.
Yeah, we think maybe she got her slammed in a door or something, not fell on it or something, but she doesn't have any kind of wounds or anything other than just like a really clean broken leg. And so she's been sitting on like chair behind me. She's got a little cast on, and so we got to get her into the vet to get fixed up. But yeah, it's been a little crazy. It's like,
right. And just for anybody who's confused, so normally we would do a wheel spin and we just take the one person and they'd be the winner. But we took all 5 names on the wheel. So the winners and the first 5 names that we see on our screen, which is basically how it's organized, and it's organized correctly. Even if you saw your name, it's because, how it works is when you type in, it goes immediately into the chat, but it's not necessarily timed in order because of lags and stuff. We see the correct time. So the 5 people that were on the wheel, Emilio, Dagny, Dan, Joseph, Jason, and Cameron, all won. Everybody else who came after that, once again, bear with us, but those were the 5, and I gave all 5 claims. So everybody else, hang out. We're going to be taking some more claims. I promise we're going to get as many people in as we can.
Did you see Dan Joseph's comment? Whichever. So Pat, just pick whichever one is the nicer copy, please.
Got it.
And I imagine that's because he's getting it.
And I think the only name I'm waiting on that didn't tell me a character is Jason Harris.
Typical Jason.
Jason had a question, though, so maybe that's why. It's what Marvel comic would Pat like to do but hasn't done?
Oh, that's a great question. I hate saying this. Like, I only wanted to do Spidey when I first came over, and I think, Wolverine is pretty high up there. I've got a couple ideas for some characters that I was thinking about pitching. So I don't know if I should say, but like, I've got some Miles Morales ideas. I've got a crazy
it's 6:15
Mojo story, which I would think would be awesome. Captain America obviously would be a good. I really like doing those covers. So yeah, I'm more interested in what you guys would want to see me do after this.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's the obvious answers, but maybe there's something maybe there's something I'm missing that you guys have thought of.
I'm a huge, Thunderbolts fan, and I love what you did on Green Lantern Corps. So I feel like you could do like those B-list characters that become a team.
Yeah, totally. I started off doing so much B and C-list characters at DC, and I really like that because it's when you start off on Superman or Batman, there's so many people that have done amazing runs. It's just but going on something that's maybe hasn't had that opportunity yet just leaves so much room. And a lot of times,
Speedball.
What?
I coughed Speedball.
Yeah, Speedball. Yeah, Speedball. I guess that's it. That's it.
Yeah, you were asking me about an hour ago before everybody else got on who you did the Speedball for. It was for Becker.
It was for Becker. Okay, I had way too much fun doing that.
Dude, you killed it. The look of joy on his face and the movement, I love that thing so much.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I had never drawn him before, and I was just like, okay, how am I going to approach this? And it just looked like so much fun when I was looking at, it's always nice when someone asks me to do a character I don't have a lot of experience with, because then I get to go and research them and read about them, and I'll go order stuff off eBay and just read it just because I'm like, I never read this. So, all right, I'm getting Black Cat going. I forgot what her mask looked like for a second. So,
Bacon, did you get Jason Harris yet?
No. Did he say what he wanted?
I did not see. I was just wondering if he messaged you privately.
I think Jason, I'm just gonna get the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said if I get some, I'll get some basic bones and structure penciled in on these characters, and then I'll put them aside and I'll work on them, inks later off camera. But
Are you if they choose the 3x5 option, are you letting them choose the color, or do you have colors that match the characters?
If they want to choose a color, please, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just pick what I think is best. So, so I'm going black cat, I'm going white because there's white hair and stuff. So,
okay, sounds
we're
good.
getting it going here. So and this one is who's this one for? Black cat.
Emilio.
Thanks, Emilio. All right, I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna set that one aside. Let's get that started, and then I'll get the ASM blank was the next one, right?
Yep, for Dan, and that was Green Goblin.
Green Goblin for Dan. I'm going to try and pick you out a nice one. Some nice crisp corners, which when you're digging through my studio books, that isn't always possible. Sometimes they're a little beat up.
And Jason Harris, as you can see, he's moving pretty fast. Not that fast, but just let me know what you'd like because he's got 2 more ahead of you.
Okay. All right, Dan. I think I found a winner here.
And then
the 851.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that'll look good.
So this is Dan, and he wanted Green Goblin.
Yeah. And Greek's out with Roscoe. You didn't make the list, but I kind of want to see a full figure thing in a bikini.
Oh, he wasn't claiming; he was just being funny. That's one of my.
Oh, I know. I think I might hold him to a claim and make him and make Pat draw that. I think that sounds awesome.
A full figure thing in a bikini. That sounds.
We'll see. We'll teach people what jokes do. They'll get their wish.
Oh, be nice to Roscoe. That's a buddy of mine.
Ken's already typed thing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's already typed Hulk, Power Pack, and NFL. What is
Pro?
NFL Super Pro. Those are all his characters.
There's a classic.
He's just very happy. He got a splash page from NFL Super Pro by Mr. Mike DiCarlo, and he's very happy with his NFL Super Pro page.
No, I always thought Thing would look better in like a moo-moo. I mean, if he says it's clobbering time and he's got a moo-moo like flowing after him, like that's
oh yeah, like a night shirt would be really nice. Something like out of like the kids from Peter Pan flying around, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I had one of those once. It was very freeing.
Oh, they're very breezy. Very breezy.
I couldn't get the nightcap to fit on my head though.
Jason says sorry, he was cooking taco meat. That's quite all right, buddy. Just let us know what character you want, and
that feels like it's code.
Hey, Jason, it's Taco Tuesday here at our house too. So,
ooh,
nice.
I have yet to have one of these tacos, so I figured I'd wait and not eat on camera. But
what are you doing?
I don't know. I might have to. If he's gonna eat one, I might eat one. Green Goblin.
And just for my ears, because everything went by so fast, Bacon. The other two, I know we have a 111 by 14 full figure. Which character was that?
Yep, that's for Nikolai. It's 11 by 14 full figure Cyborg Superman.
Cyborg Superman.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Cameron Lentz asked for 9 by 12, and he said Batman or Superman, but he'd prefer as big as you want to draw them.
There you go.
Gotcha. Doesn't care, but wants them big. I understand.
Got it.
Yeah, he doesn't care which of the two, Batman or Superman, but as big as you want to draw them.
As full of a figure as you can make.
And are you guys writing all this down for me for later? Too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I am. Yep. Yeah.
Just double checking.
Alex,
as the stream goes on and I go and I say, "What did you guys just say?" That's because I'm busy writing things down.
Otherwise, it's just artist choice, and it's Ronald McDonald sketches. And...
Listen,
hey Jason, you're about to get a Ronald McDonald, buddy.
Yeah, I hope your taco meat's not is finished. If it's not, let it burn, buddy. Otherwise, yeah, you get a Ronald McDonald coming.
Ronald McDonald in a bikini. Is that what? No.
or a moo-moo. We'll take either.
Moo-moo, yeah, moo-moos are good. Took a weird turn.
Honestly, I only know what a moo-moo is because Homer wore one. In that one episode where he gets fatter.
Yes.
I've never heard of one before that.
You never heard of it being called a muumuu, or just?
Yeah, I never heard of the term muumuu.
I mean, what an unflattering term. I mean,
yeah, it's like what a cow's
branding.
All right, Jason's ready. He says, "Please don't hate me, but I would like to see Pat draw a Jack of Hearts, 7 by 10."
Jack of Hearts from the what are they called? I think. What are their names? Like an actual Jack of Hearts, or you mean the character from
the character Jack of Hearts?
From
Marvel. The one
with talking about the most complicated costume of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a George Perez character.
But he doesn't want it 7 by 10, so that's basically going to be like a headshot. So,
all right,
look at that. That's
we got the bones of the Green Goblin going here. So,
sweet man, that's amazing.
All right,
nice.
Are you guys cool if I pause it here and move to the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead. Yeah.
All right.
And just so I know, are you okay with the Jack of Hearts? You're good with that?
I think
maybe
so.
Look it up first.
Yeah, let me look it up. Jack of Hearts.
It's just a really intricate costume. That's why.
But remember, the 7 by 10s are all going to be, they're basically headshots, busts. So
head and shoulders. Yep.
Quite as overtaking as if he wanted the full figure one, but
I'm sure it's fine. I'm going to look it up though, because I'm just super curious now. Jack of Hearts.
And Ken wants an Odie Green Goblin with a Garfield Spider-Man.
There you go, Ken.
We'll put that on the list.
It's on there. Oh, Jack of Hearts. Ooh, wow. All right.
Just a headshot though. Just the head.
It's not a Kyle Rayner crab mask, so I'm okay with it.
That's good to know. No Kyle Rayner.
I'm not going to touch that one on camera because I'm going to try to figure it out. Okay, so all right. So what's the next one after Green Goblin?
But it's the 11 by 14 if you want to lay down the bones for the
Cyborg Superman.
Cyborg Superman.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, I've always loved that character, and I don't think I've ever gotten to draw him. I live in Minnesota, which Dan Jurgens lives here, and so I see him at conventions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's always drawing Cyborg Superman.
Yes.
So like anyone who ever wants a Cyborg Superman, usually they're going to go to Dan because he's there.
Yeah.
This is my time to shine. So we're gonna do full figure for that.
Yeah, full figure.
Yeah.
11 by 14. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. And who's this for?
This one.
Sorry, it is
Dagny,
for. Well,
Nikolai.
yeah, he goes by Dagny on here, but his name is Nikolai.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know him. He's a local. I keep inviting him to local wrestling, but he doesn't. He hasn't been able to come yet.
Oh.
If you're writing your own list, you can put Dagny because that's what the invoice will be under.
Yeah, I'm just writing it on the piece of paper itself because.
Okay, perfect.
Once I get a stack going, I'm like sometimes I can't tell what I was drawing. It just helps to have it literally written on the paper. So there we go. All right, so there we go.
All right, guys. So while he's working on these 5, if anybody has any questions, pop them in the chat.
Yeah.
Jeff and Bex will ask away. So anything you want to know, just let us know.
Yeah, earlier we had a question from a Facebook user whose name was Terry. They wanted to know what your least favorite character to draw is.
Oh, I like that question. Least favorite character to draw.
He's like Jack of Hearts headshot.
Paul, I get in trouble for saying Paul. I don't know. You know who Paul is in Amazing Spider-Man? If you know, you know. If you don't, I didn't say it. No one's recording it. Sorry, Zeb. Sorry, Nick. No, least favorite character to draw. Man. I don't know. I like it's really not that hard to draw. The Kyle Rayner mask for a while that did give me trouble. So I was really new. I was learning to draw, 20 different Green Lanterns, and he had this godforsaken mask that was like a M.P. Escher design. I'm sorry, it's a cool design, but it didn't make sense drawing it from the front versus from the side. And for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out how to draw it in a way that I liked it. I think ultimately, after drawing about 50 issues of Green Lantern Corps, I was like, okay, I got it figured out now. So, so it fell off the list of hated, but it was definitely time consuming.
Right.
You know, I thought when I went on Spider-Man that actually like drawing Spidey's costume with all the webs was going to be really time-consuming and frustrating. But man, I really like it. It's you can kind of zone out.
Right.
And there's a really cool, I actually had to learn how to draw webs the right way because you think you know how to draw it, and you sit down and draw it, and you go, "Oh, that doesn't look right." There's a really specific way that they curve around, and I don't know, I think that kind of stuff is pretty cool. So that's just my personal thought. But that's a good question.
Yeah.
Good question. What about you guys? Do any of you guys draw? Or is this?
I do not.
No, I always wanted to, man. I bought about 4 copies of the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way when I was younger.
Yeah.
They could not help bad drawing, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
I think about it every week, honestly, because my buddy Roscoe, who was the one who suggested the thing in the bikini, so we're part of like a YouTube community of just friends that talk comics and do lives and stuff and make shows of our pickups. Well, anyway, Roscoe does a weekly drawing show that's just open to the community, and they bring on like just regular guys like me or somebody. They pick a topic to draw, and everybody just does their best.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, I don't know. Being able to draw something well is one thing, but just that shouldn't stop people from drawing. You should draw if you like. Some of the coolest ideas, come from just messing around.
He's still here. He's like, "Thank you, brother." I think it's cool. Sometimes they have pro artists come on, like they've had Kyle Strom and stuff, and some others. But it's just about fun, and they make it look approachable for me. Like I'm not intimidated to show, like, because I don't draw. I've never drawn, and it does intimidate me. But one of these weeks, they're gonna say some topic, and I'm going to take a stab at it, I think.
Yeah.
Good. That'd be awesome. And show it on here. We should have like a draw-a-thon, a live drawing where I'll throw out a suggestion for you guys. And we'll see who does.
Well, I'm sure if you wanted to be on In Between the Lines is what it's called, they would love to have you.
Oh,
yeah. Very cool.
But yeah. I'm going to try one of these times. Roscoe, make me do it.
Come on, Roscoe. Get him on there. You just got to have
it's 6:30.
My computer tells me what time it is, and I have no idea how to shut it off. So
I like that it sounds like it's saying sex 30, which just, like, yeah, baby. All right.
It could be saying worse things, I suppose.
Yeah. Bacon, what happened to you, man?
I had to run. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm trying to remember which side is cyborg part on. This is left side, I think.
Yeah, this is
That's
where
a
Google.
good question.
This is where Google comes in handy. Yep, because it's like the same thing with the Nick Fury patch on his eye. Like I never remember where these things are.
Just get to see how the sausage is made here. This is Google. Well, I draw. Oh, it's on his left side. So there we go. Somewhere Dan Jurgens is really disappointed in me.
Listen, Dan even charges more to draw that character than any other character he draws, I think.
Does he?
He does.
It kind of looks like.
What do you guys think about that? I've never. I don't think I've ever been associated with a character enough to where that's like a dominating sketch where I could be like, hey, I'm going to charge more for this. But I know guys charge more for signing certain books or doing certain characters. Like, what do you guys think of that? Does that make sense to you? Is that
it's sort of like taking the thing that gives you notoriety and the most, fame, and then saying that since that's all that people care about, I'm going to only charge a lot for that. But if the quote unquote true fan wants something else by me, I'll charge less. I never really liked. I never liked how Fabian Nazine, who was the quote unquote co-creator of Deadpool, charged way more to sign, or actually charged to autograph anything like Deadpool related, but would sign anything else that he did for free.
Wow.
Because nobody ever came up to him with anything to get signed hardly that wasn't Deadpool related.
Why would you get anything signed by him that wasn't New Warriors #1?
Well, there you go. Well, because there's no Deadpool in that, I guess.
Actually, it's funny that you say that because I think the only things he does still sign free are New Warriors and Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Good man.
Yeah.
I think, signing is one thing, because obviously I think from the sketching standpoint, from the artist standpoint, I can kind of see, signing a book is not, you're not spending a lot of time on it. But if you're constantly having to sketch the same character over and over and you're just dying to sketch something else, I could see maybe charging less, for something other than like that one character that you always get asked to draw.
Right. See, now and if you word it like that, I think that's great, saying that this is what I charge, but I'll charge less if you want something else. But what it's interpreted as, so you're charging more for this character. It's like, no, this is my standard rate and I'm dropping it down for anything else because I don't want, I'd rather draw something else. It's not that I'm charging more for this, but they're always going to see it as, well, he charges, $250 to draw anything else, but $300 to draw this. That's just how it's going to be looked at. It's all that semantics, but no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it's. I read message boards and stuff, and I know and I collect art and signatures and stuff too. So like I can kind of see both sides of it, and I think most of the time people are pretty understanding and like cool if you just explain it to them, or ask what they want or what's important to them. So, I mean, some guys, I don't know. It's more of a privilege to get to do this kind of thing. I mean, I have like two skills. I can write and I can draw, and that's about it. So I'm always happy that I get to do it. And it's a fun thing to be able to share with people and hopefully draw thing in a bikini is really just the pinnacle of my career. If that happens.
That's going to be the piece that gets you on the map, Pat, right there.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. See, now I'm going to give you guys just a warning too, especially on the bigger 11-inch ones here. I might start it one way and show it to you, and then completely erase it and start over later. So, fair warning. Just how I roll. Sometimes if it's not working, rather than force it, I just start over. And Doug Mankey, who I shared a studio with, would always just come over and look over my shoulder and say, "It's done. Move on to the next thing." And
that's absolutely hilarious because we have to basically convince him that he's done now when he's been on this sketch shows with us.
Yeah, the sketches that he's done, and I've seen a few of them too. Like they're just amazing. It's just like they're not even sketches. I mean, they're basically just paintings and works of
right.
Which is another thing, calling something a sketch versus like an art piece is, I think an interesting distinction. Like if I'm doing a sketch for someone, it's blind. You don't know what I'm going to do. Versus like if I actually draw it and it's finished and you can see it, and then I put it up for sale or something. I think that's more of an art piece thing, but it's just semantics.
Right.
All right.
So Aldo wanted to know what is some of your favorite pieces that are in your collection.
Oh, cool. So I don't have I have friends who have immaculate collections, and I was literally talking to I don't know if I should say who it is. So I was talking to someone I used to work with, and I was telling him about the Spider-Man story, and I'm like, I love Spider-Man Christmas stories. And he's like, oh, like this one, and he sends me a text of the art. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, did you just Google it? He's like, no, I own it, and he's got all these beautiful pages, and I'm like, what are you doing with all these pages? So he's like, I've been collecting for 30 years, and I'm like, I really got late on the collecting thing. So for me, I grew up reading. I kind of grew up in a vacuum as far as comics are concerned. I kind of came in the back door. So I read a lot of indie stuff, like Ninja Turtles, Bone, and cartoony kind of stuff. So I was really into, as Ken knows, cartoonists like Mad Magazine and Garfield and Calvin and Hobbes, that kind of stuff. Right. So I have some Garfield art. I have some or prelims. I should bring it on here to show it. I also have this. I was able to get some Earl Norham paintings.
Those are great.
So good. He did a lot of fantastic work. But the one that I had when I was a kid was this. Marvel did these books called Big Looker books, and they were like children's books, but for Transformers or G.I. Joe. There's Fantastic Four. So I was able to get some paintings of his from one of the Transformers ones that I have that I grew up reading when I was a kid. I love those; they're so cool. So anyway, stuff like that, and then I collect artwork from like friends that I work with. I'm writing. I usually I've artwork from Doug from when I was his assistant when we were working together on Superman. Mark Bagley was really kind and generous. He sent me a page from our Spider-Man issue that we did a couple together. I wrote, and he was really nice and generous and sent me a page from that. So I've got stuff like that hanging up in my studio. Dustin Nguyen did a Robinson, a Batman cover that's hanging up in my studio. I'm trying to think what else I got. Some Jorge Jimenez stuff, which he's digital, so he just has like monoprint art. I've got some Super Sun stuff and Superman stuff when we work together on those. So,
no, that's cool. Yeah, listen, I was in the I started collecting in the late '80s, and then I made the mistake of back in like the late '90s, I just sold most of it all off because I was not really interested in doing other things.
Yeah.
And then, come 2011, when I got back into it, I was like, you're pulling your hair out going, what did I do?
Yeah. Oh man, I know. I always wanted to get some obviously Jim Lee would be high on the list for me. The 90s stuff was just so good.
Bacon has a Jim Lee. Why don't you show the Jim Lee you've got, Bacon?
Oh, yeah.
I do not have a Jim Lee. I have one for someone else in this room at the moment.
Bacon's got my Jim Lee.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had a Jim Lee Wolverine that Jim was adding on some claws to for me, and I was not able to pick it up in New York. I had to leave, so he finished it the next day, and Bacon was kind enough to pick it up for me. So
that's so cool.
Yeah,
good job,
that was sort of a dream piece for me.
Yeah, Jim Lee Wolverine would be my top. As long as I was going to get something from him, that'd be my top one. Here's the bones of Cyborg.
Oh,
Very nice,
so
very
cool.
nice.
And looking at it this way, it's reversed in me, so on my image, so I can already see stuff I'm going to change. So screenshot it now if you want, because it's going to be different by the time you see it. But yeah, that's going to be cool. I like that. Plus, on such a good size like that, we're going to get some cool stuff in there. So
very cool.
All right. You guys want to move on to another one?
Yeah. What was the next one we had?
It was the 9x12 in either Batman or Superman, whichever Pat prefers.
Gotcha.
And as big a figure as you want to draw. And that's for Cameron. Cameron is one of the nicest guys I know, and I haven't had a chance to see him in person in years, but hopefully maybe he can make a trip down to Heroes Con this year or something. We can catch up again.
And remind me, this is a bust, right? Or what did you say again?
He wants like a three-quarter or bust or whatever but he wants, if you feel like drawing it a little bigger, he's fine with it being a little bigger is kind of how.
Gotcha. All right.
So it was it's the 9x12 option. So that was basically, I think you said head to 3/4, whatever you feel
somewhere
like.
in there, right?
Yeah. Let me get a different sheet of paper. That one's kind of bent up. So bear with me. The super exciting part where I tear a piece of paper off.
So getting back to some of these questions, Pat, are you coming out with any creator-owned comics soon?
Who's asking that question? I want to know who's asking that question.
Nikolai.
Okay. That sounds like Niccolo, but anyway. Nikolai. Anytime soon? No. But I definitely have a few irons in the fire on that. I put some of that on hold actually when I went to Marvel. So I'm looking into next year and what I can get going. I'm actually really excited about it. So I'm being a little cagey, but nothing is written in stone yet. So I don't want to jinx it too. But yeah, that is something I've always wanted to do. I'll tell you too. I mentioned working with Mark Bagley and some of the other artists that I've been able to write for on Superman and Spider-Man, and it's something I miss. I would love to do more, but it's hard to write and draw at the same time. Just life. It's like working 2 jobs. You finish one and then you got to go do the other one. And writing is, I can write relatively quickly, but it's a lot of meetings and Zooms and talking and coordinating. And so the idea of writing and drawing something and writing and for another artist on a creator-owned book where I wouldn't have to do that is really, really appealing. So I'm hoping that next year that I can do some more things along those lines, but I haven't said anything yet. So that's a great question. I'll ask this too. What kind of stuff would you guys want to see me do as far as like creator-owned, like as far as tone or things that maybe I've done in the past you want to see me go back to or never go back to? What kind of genres? I think people have. I think there's a lot of like genres that come and go, and then there's ones that just never leave, and they're always good, but they're always kind of around, so that you don't stand out as much. And I really like being able to. I like the way the comics can pivot so quickly. You can really like. It's not like making a movie where production starts years in advance, and you are locked in and committed for years. Like you can change things up if you need to, depending on whatever way the wind is blowing at that month or whatever. So it's one of the things I like to hear what people are into.
Nikolai says some crazy space science fiction stuff. We're a family show here, Nikolai.
Nice.
No, I agree. I've been on a big sci-fi horror kick lately. I can't get enough of it.
In comics or everything? Or
comics and the stuff I watch, which I've kind of hit that level of old age where I find myself rewatching the same movies a lot.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it works in a lot of comics, but I'm always big into dystopian futures, or like that's my jam.
I've watched Terminator 2 twice this week or last week.
No, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I watched Aliens last night.
I also watched that last week.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I watched that earlier this summer.
6:45.
I haven't seen it in a while. It's 6:45 too, Mike.
Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Terminator Skynet is taking over. It's already
Exactly.
Does anyone have questions for Skynet?
Yeah, exactly. We've got traffic and weather on the 8th.
I did catch the T2 when they released it in 3D in the theater. 3 or 4 years ago, and I had no expectations. I don't really like 3D movies in the theater, but I gotta say it was great. It was probably the best 3D movie I've ever seen. It was almost like he shot it for 3D. There's a couple shots in the beginning, when the Terminators are rolling over the skulls and stuff, and the way he frames the camera looking through like a broken out car window and stuff like that. It lent itself so well to that. It was really cool. So
I have not seen a 3D movie for so long, and then the last movie I saw was in 3D because my buddy Marcus, he was in the chat earlier, he wanted to go to a specific time for Marvels, and we ended up going to it in 3D. And I find as a glasses wearer, I hate having to put them over my glass. That's my biggest discomfort, but I can't watch a movie without my glasses.
Yeah, I'm the same way. The same way. How was Marvels? I mean, I've seen people say things online, but that's online.
I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. It was in between. Probably not a movie I'll watch more than one more time.
Right.
Yeah, I really like the actress who plays Kamala Khan. I think she's really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. I just think that the movie is it's kind of a throwaway. It's sort of like it's another one of those, throwaway stories, and they're trying to set other stuff up, but it's
they don't feel big anymore.
Yeah, they just once again, if you just want to go and watch something, I mean, You could watch it. It's not bad. It's just once again, it's not anything that's gonna change your life. Everything since like Endgame has been with like I said, I liked Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Spider-Man 3 was good as far as like big movies, but besides those, I mean, everything's just been kind of ho-hum since Endgame. So
yeah,
I kind of like that about the Marvels, and I like it because I feel like the first couple movies weren't like massive. Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, First Avenger, like they weren't huge. They were building towards something. So I kind of liked that it was kind of not a huge movie anymore. And that was just some basic villain, and like you don't even I personally I'd never heard
basic of that. Darben.
I'd never heard of that villain in the comics before.
right. That was kind of the point.
Yeah,
but I guess Iron Man 2 had Whiplash.
That's what I liked, and I think the bigger part of that movie was obviously the setup that they did at the end.
Right. Well, it's like I said, it's one of those where you just go in there knowing that you're just going to be watching kind of a one-off movie that's trying to have a couple of Easter eggs towards future stuff, and that's pretty much what you're getting out of it. And it's like I said, I told Bacon last week on the show, I was like, there's a scene that's not an after credit scene, it's just right at the end. It was my favorite scene of the whole movie, and it's because it wasn't leaked. Nobody said anything about it. It wasn't thrown out there, so I was very happily surprised by it. And it was a nice little scene to throw in the movie. So look forward to that if you get a chance to see the Marvels.
Honestly, my favorite part of it was going with my friends.
Well, there you go. Yeah, going with my daughter. I took my daughter to see it, so that was always fun.
I do miss that, not miss it because we get to do it more, but it feels like it hasn't really like picked back up to that full steam where you can just go out and catch a movie with your friends all the time. Like even this weekend, I was like, "What's out?" Napoleon. I was like, "I don't know."
Right.
To go see Napoleon.
I don't know if that's a movie you call your buddy and go, "Hey, want to see Napoleon?"
I was like, "I better not do that." Probably not.
Yeah, but I heard though that Thanksgiving was a good movie to go see with your friends.
Oh, if you like horror, I guess, yeah.
If you like people killing each other at Thanksgiving.
Well, last year didn't we have Violent Night with David? What's his name too?
Oh yeah, I love that one.
So last year, the night before Planet Comic-Con, Thursday night, it was also the opening night for Shazam 2. And I had friends in from out of town. Like I had a buddy from Virginia there. I had another buddy from New York City. And we all went to the Shazam 2 together. And that was probably, with the exception of, that was the last time I was able to get together with a group of friends since this Marvels.
I was Shazam 2. I like the first one. The first one was good.
I mean, it was all right, but again, it was just about the hangout. It was about being with your buddies and having a good time.
Bacon, you slippery son of a gun. There are claims available, guys. I hope you all saw it.
I started this Batman over like 3 times, so it's not. That's just how I'm going to roll, but I'm going to move on to the next ones here. So this is
okay. I've already got 5 guys. If you're hearing my voice right now, there's already 5.
It's going to be big. I don't know if you can see
wow!
that.
Look at that! Oh, I love it.
Try to get a little Frank Miller in there. All right.
Love
it. Let's see.
So the first guys, since we already got 5, I'm going to read the first 5 names, but everybody else hang out because remember we've got a lot of show left. Yep. So the first 5 names I've got Alex, Jonathan Rolland, Dustin Whitney, Phillips on there, and Roger Ash. Those are our first 5. So everybody else, Danny, James, Raul, Corey, just hang in there, guys. So I'm going to have Bacon's going to set up a wheel spin. And, well, you know what? Screw it. I don't know wheel spin. I'm making him work tonight. I'm making him work. We're going to take all 5. I'm going to take all 5.
Madness.
Done. Get rid of it.
Madness.
Throw it away.
Nothing.
No wheel spin.
Okay.
I'm
this
making
is sheer
Pat work.
Madness.
It is. It's madness, I tell you.
All right. How quickly can I turn a piece of furniture into a spear? It's the end times.
The last one though before these 5, Pat, is the Jack of Hearts, the Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
7 by 10.
Which size?
7 by 10.
Got it. So not on a blank, but on a.
But on a
Yeah.
yes, on-
Yeah.
You got it.
So get everybody who I said your name, Alex, Jonathan, Dustin, Philip, and Roger. Please let us know what character, which option you want. You can take the claim off Bacon and throw up the options again, just in case they need to.
Oh yeah, I'm
it
so
up.
sorry. Give me one second.
No, you're good, man. And then we'll take those. And like I said, everybody stay tuned because the show ain't over yet. We're only 52 minutes in. So let us know.
And Jack of Hearts, who was that for again?
Jason,
that's for Jason
Harris.
Harris. Jason Harris. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you everyone too. By the way, this is awesome.
Can't take one night off and it all goes to hell.
That's right. That's what you get, Ken, for not being on screen. I'm just taking all the rules, rolling them out the window. And this will be Pat's last time with us. He says, "Screw this! You're making me work too hard."
I smile here, but as soon as that camera goes off, it's just muttering and cursing under my breath. Block.
And then the computer says it's 7 o'clock.
Time to die.
Oh, Skynet.
I thought Annika's HR. I thought Annika was HR. She's not here.
Annika's currently fired, so.
Only fired is to be rehired later. I guess that makes sense.
So I guess everybody's weighing their options, and you guys see them scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So let us know from those wonderful 5 people what they want. I think Jonathan Rolland.
Did you get the Kilowog that somebody?
Let's see. Hold on.
I love all the ones you guys pick. Like none of these are lame. Like there's so much variety in here. It's awesome. Like usually it's I mean I don't mind doing whatever, but
you got the Spider Punk already, right?
All right, so that's one. Well, that's something we'll have to hopefully. He said if it's okay. So yeah, we've got one of the. Let's see, Spider Punk. He didn't have a Spider Punk blank, right? That's just on it. He just wants the 9 by.
On a Spider-Man blank, it says with CGC grading.
Okay, I got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't have with CGC.
But it's the 250 option. It says Spider Punk with guitar if he's okay with it. But yeah, that'll have to go to Pat. Dustin.
Yeah, that'll go to Pat. So that's once somebody wants a Spider Punk on the comic book, any Spider-Man comic, and they wanted to know if you could throw the guitar in, but that's up to you if you want to or not. No pressure on that. Philip wants to know what DC blanks that you have.
That's a good question. Actually, you guys want to see something real quick?
Yeah,
I haven't shown on this, and I think so. I'm actually doing a Spider Punk cover, so there's my layout for it.
Oh wow, Bacon, throw that full screen, Bacon. I know you're busy, buddy. I'm sorry.
So there you go.
Sorry.
Hold on, one more time.
Come on.
Oh, it's too late.
You're not fast enough. You're not fast enough.
Not fast
Way
enough.
to go, Bacon.
Okay, Spider-Man graded, so a nice copy. These 850s are the best copies. The number ones are a little beat up, so I'll do it on this one here if that's all right with them.
That's cool. All right. So and then somebody wanted to know which DC blanks you have so they can figure out their character.
I don't have many DC blanks. I have a Batman and Robin #1. This is the new series, not the one I worked on previously. And I have, let's see, DC blanks. I've got a Transformer blank. That's not DC, but I got it.
Ooh, that's cool.
I have a Detective 1000 that apparently I already started something, but I don't know. It's ancient, so it's a Hellbat suit. If you guys want to get going on that, there's Action 1000, Young Justice #1, Shazam #1, Rocket Raccoon, a couple more Action 1000s, which they might be worth something at this point. I don't know. They've just been sitting in my studio. They're probably worth $100 or something. But whatever.
There you go. All right, Philip. Well, let us know if any of those work for you, or if you just want to get something maybe on a 7x10. And then we do have a 7x10 Battle Damage Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's for Jonathan Rolland, 7x10. All right.
All right. Yes. Battle.
Sorry, Jeff. You said 7x10 and battle damage 2.
Battle damage Spider-Man, and that's for Jonathan Rolland.
Okay.
And then let's see.
And Spider-Punk was for who again?
Dustin Whitney.
And did Dustin go big or did he stay small?
No, it's on a
It's on
comic.
the blank.
On
It's
the
the
blank.
250 option.
But I think he wants it CGC'd.
Yes.
Hold on, let me double check.
He does?
He
Okay.
does. He does.
He does.
Spider-Punk.
Now, Alex wants to get a Kilowog on a DC / Green Lantern comic blank. But so he showed you the blanks he has, Alex. So let us know if any of those work for you, or if you'd rather have him do it on a piece of paper.
I will double check. I did have a Green Lantern at one point, but I think it's gone. So double check.
Come on, Philip.
Mostly Superman 1000.
Action Comics, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. There's a Young Justice.
Yep.
I only mess with Philip because we're
And
friends.
it's Shazam.
And it's
Shazam, that was it.
Let's see. And Roger Ash wants a 7x10 Sue Storm.
I did get that one.
Alex says he'll do the Action 1000 if no Green Lantern, please.
You got it, Alex.
And you still want Kilowog, right, Alex? On the Action 1000.
So everybody this round was 7x10 or blank, right?
Yeah, so far, until we hear from Felipe.
Okay, so Sue Storm on the 7x10, and that was for who?
That one is sorry.
And
Roger
Alex said
Ash.
yes.
Roger Ash.
Roger, gotcha.
Hey, real quick, Cameron Lentz, if you're still watching, could you check the message I sent you in Messenger? And also, just quick PSA, guys. They're coming slowly because I'm doing about 8 things at once, but I'm sending the invoices as he starts the pieces. So be on the lookout for those.
Yep. And then
We got a Kilowog on the Action 1000. Right?
that's right. And then Philip says he would like a Wonder Woman, and he'll just do a 7x10.
Okay.
It's 7 o'clock.
And it's 7 o'clock, by the way.
7 o'clock. Thank you.
But not here. Here it's 8 o'clock.
So Wonder Woman on a 7x10 for sorry, who'd you say?
That one is for Philip.
And the Kilowog was for
Sorry, hold on.
that's all right.
Again, is for Alex.
Alex, cool.
Ooh, it's Alex. And for Alex, it's 1 o'clock there.
Wow.
I don't know if that's AM or PM.
Do we have competing Skynets going on? Is that
all right?
I'm in Pat's region, so I like the 7 o'clock.
Yeah. I was an hour early because I didn't realize this.
Oh no! We forgot about the Eastern
I-
Standard Time.
But it was funny because I thought I was late. And I was like, I'm here. And Bacon's like, you're super early, dude. I'm like, oh.
I just happened to already be on because I was talking to Ken a few minutes earlier.
I was
1
like,
a.m. for Alex. Very tired.
all right. I got a good stack here. Okay. Were there any others you want me to write down here? 1, 2.
I think that was all 5. Let me double check and make sure. I'm going to go all the way back up to the claims. I'm pretty sure that was all 5 people. Alex, Jonathan, Dustin, Philip, and Roger. Yep.
Okay.
I did not hear what Philip. Oh, Wonder Woman. I should have
Yep.
figured.
Wonder Woman 7
on a
7x10. 7x10.
Yep. You got it.
And hello to my partner, the Comic Viking. We actually did a Pat Gleason box opening on our channel.
Ooh.
Anybody wants to go look at that on the Comic Viking? I opened my Speedball and he opened his half Null, half Venom.
Wow, those were some great ones. I saw those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did another sketch of that actually after I did the other one. So I don't have it here. I don't know if I can show it to you, but I do have. I figured I'd bring on a pre-done sketch that I have.
All right, don't show it yet. Hold on. What size paper is this one on?
It's a small. It's literally torn out of my sketchbook, so it's probably, I'm guessing, 4 by 6.
4 by 6. All right, and then Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Marvel. What size figure?
It's a bust.
Bust. All right. Male or female?
Male.
All right.
New Warriors related.
This is fun. It's like 20 questions. This is good.
Yep.
So, if we were going to sell this one, we would put it into what category would you like to throw it into?
I'm going to put it in like a middle weird category because it's not a commission.
Sure.
It's like a finished one, like I said before. So I got $300 on it. So it's got some background. And I have it priced that way because if no one wants to buy it, I'm totally cool with keeping it. So
all right, there you go. All right, well, all right. And Emilio has a guess. He said Captain America.
You want me to answer these?
If he's
No.
right, no,
No.
there you go. All right. I'm not going to make this a everybody guess what it is kind of thing. I think Pat, whenever you're ready to reveal this, if anybody wants this, guys, before he turns it over, $300, and we're going to take the first claim. I'm going to put a line on the screen here before we start so that we can make sure that there's no funny business.
I'll give you a hint too. So, and I'll throw in a free signed free comic book day comic.
Oh boy.
So there's your hint.
The line's up, folks.
All right, so show it off. What do you got, sir?
We got.
Wow.
Oof.
So it's pretty detailed. It's smaller, but it's pretty detailed. So again, it's a little ragged on the edges because it came right out of my sketchbook because my sketchbook was literally falling apart.
Jeffrey Dunn.
So there we go.
No, well, that's me. I'm not going to beat anybody. I have a 20-second head start on.
I was going to say that's dirty, man. You put a lineup just to beat everybody.
If anybody else wants that Venom,
That's
$300.
That's dirty, Jeff. That's dirty.
Well, it was a joke. I put the LOL afterwards. It just got separated by Jason's Venom.
Yeah, LOL, JK, totally serious.
Wow. So there you go. So if anybody wants that, guys, $300, check that out. You get a signed copy of the Venom comic.
Yep.
That's killer. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
There you go.
So you get a comic book and a sketch for $300.
Yep.
And it's got bricks. It does have bricks. That's right.
Yes, there are bricks. There is and there's a rare. I don't normally put the Pat Skull signature there.
Oh.
I only do it on covers, but since this was in the sketchbook, I just did it. And I didn't sign it, but I will sign it if you guys like it too. So
sweet. So guys, yeah, remember my claim was not official, but honestly, if you guys let this pass, it might become official. So we'll leave that up there for we'll bring it back up at the end. And once again, Pat said he's perfectly fine with keeping it if nobody wants to.
Yeah.
But $300, it's right there. It's a middle option. It's right a little bit higher, but it's got the other cool signature. It comes with a comic that's autographed. That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna start one of these sketches up here too. We've got Kilowog, Wonder Woman.
Jeffrey and Becker, could you check the private chat for me real fast?
Doing that.
I believe the first. Yep.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's see. I think let's get this Kilowog going here.
Right. And you guys aren't missing anything in the private chat. I promise.
You did.
It's because I'm doing 1,000 things at once, and I need to make sure I get it right.
Oh man.
So,
What do you have your speedball handy, Becker? Is it
I
around?
can, you know what? I was looking around the room trying to decide where it was. Let me go get it.
Yeah.
until I finish this room. So it's in the part of the room that's not done yet with the gutting. I've been moving things around in here, so. But I think I know where it's at. I'm gonna go get it. Enjoy this picture of Annika with a Minnie Mouse hat.
We always love it. We always love it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yes, Annika is working on something. She said she was going to try to come on. She might be a little late. She may not make it, but she is going to try.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Pat, have you drawn that Limbo Spider-Man rec wrap for any
No,
show?
I've never drawn him before.
Wow.
It's a funny story too, because and it's kind of crazy. And Ed and I would talk about that character before they actually ended up using him, and I was kind of mad that they beat him to the punch. It's like we should totally put him in Spider-Man. Like yeah, Rec Rap is the people seem to really like that character. I mean the way Ed draws anything to me is like an instant classic, instant like. I don't know, it's such a fun style. I've dug his stuff since like Mr. Majestic, and when he was on Superman, I was working as Doug Mankey's assistant, and so he would get reference from I can't remember what the crossover was called. Imperiex? I can't remember, but there was a big crossover going on in Superman and Man of Steel, and so I get to see these really cool like Ed McGuinness pages in black and white. Yeah. I was like, oh, who's this guy?
There it
look
is.
at that. Ken hijacked me.
Yeah, look at that
Oh,
speed.
look at that. There we go. See, that's what it will look like afterwards. So why Speedball? I gotta know.
So when I started collecting comic books, one of the first runs I ever put together was when I started collecting, I was buying off the rack at a local pharmacy. Number one I got, it was the first #1 issue. I'd gotten comics before that, been buying them off the spinner rack for about a year at that point. But it was the first time I got a #1. And I stuck with the series, and I've been reading comics ever since. But I just have a big soft spot for the New Warriors, and Speedball is my favorite.
That's a great story. Like, seriously, like.
So I get sketches of them when I can, and it's become kind of a running joke. Like I said, I've got friends that draw on the YouTube lives. So a lot of times they'll do like little fundraisers fundraisers for like cancer charities and Mission 22 for veteran wellness, suicides. Anyway, like when they do stuff like that, they know if they draw a Speedball, there's $25 right there. Like I'm gonna buy it.
Instant sale.
Yep. So I've amassed quite a few Speedballs at this point, but this is and not just because you're here. Honestly, this is my favorite one so far. Like the facials on it it's perfect. It's everything I like about the character.
Oh, thank you. I'm really happy that you like it too. And like I said, I've never drawn them before, and it was awesome. It was fun.
I've been trying to think of another New Warriors because you'll be in Kansas City and I live here, so I'll be at that show, and
it'll be the 25th anniversary, right?
Yeah, they're going pretty hard. It looks like they announced John Bernthal today.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, the Punisher.
Awesome.
They got Eduardo Rizzo there too with you guys. Mm-hmm. That's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Is he? Yeah, I don't think he's been. I don't think he's been to a U.S. show since COVID.
What has he been doing? I mean, I haven't seen his work in years. I wonder if he's got anything new coming up.
That's a good question. I don't know if he's on a book or not. But I mean, he's just so insanely good that he would probably be my first stop if I was there.
But you're not coming, right, Bacon?
I mean, after Pat, of course, would be my.
Oh, of course.
I think Ken's going. I don't know if anybody else is going.
I know Ken's going, potentially Annika, and of course I'll be here, and Mr. Bill Morrison will be there. Yeah, I was thinking about Night Thrasher, Emilio. We'll see.
Awesome.
I'm gonna hit Pat up at Planet. I've got time to think.
I was just reading. I was going through my old Spider-Man books, and the very first Spider-Man book that I ever bought had Night Thrasher, and it was like Night Thrasher and Moon Knight. It was.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Punisher. Like I was like, who are all these people? Like, and I thought Night Thrasher was awesome. Who's this guy? It's so cool.
The courage to go into battle on a skateboard.
Yep.
Well, that was the 90s.
It was. I don't remember him having a skateboard in that issue, though. I don't remember they went there.
And now Marvel is bringing them back. They've got a limited series coming out in February.
I actually have high hopes for it. I think it'll be really good.
I do too.
I will pick it up.
Oh, Monica joined.
What were your guys' first?
Oh, you
books?
didn't notice that?
No.
Oh, first book.
I guess Ken added her to the stream because I was definitely not paying attention.
No, Ken. Yes, everybody say hi to Annika, and then Ken put her in the corner.
Hey, Annika. How's it going?
No, guys, I added
only
myself. I put
only
myself
Ken
in the
can put-
corner.
baby in the corner, I guess.
I put myself in the corner.
No.
Good to see
How are
you.
you all?
Good. How did your thing go? I know you were trying. You're working on something for work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that kilowatt, guys.
Guys, I already know.
Boozer himself. So
That's cool.
Oh,
Are you, Annika, you are coming to Planet, right?
Yes, I will be. I'm
Yeah.
constantly excited.
She's manifesting it. She's telling Ken, yes, I will be.
Ken, I will be there.
Do you come a night early or not? I can't remember. Like, would you get on Thursday or would you come
Probably try
Friday
and get in
morning?
Thursday.
Because I might see if anybody wants to go. What's his name? I gotta look it up again. There's a comedian Thursday night. That's good.
Ooh. I like comedians.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up to the con.
Oh.
someone from out of town. Where do people like that perform? Is it
Kansas City Comedy Club?
okay?
Oh, you guys have like a. That's cool.
Yeah, we have a comedy. We have 2 or 3, but this is the one that seems to get most, like people you've heard of, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's usually like they do it for multiple nights, kind of place that has like little reserved tables and drinks and all that, and like food and like an actual comedy club. I don't know. Lately, I just can't remember names. Oh, yeah, because he's done comics. Brian Posehn.
It's
Brian
7:15.
It's 7:15, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's there Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night with 2 shows on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday.
There you go.
But anyway, Annika, I was thinking we could go to a comedy show.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked at flights yet.
Yeah.
but
And
Don't
Ken,
think about
wherever
that.
you're lurking, once we can figure it out and it gets a little closer, I'll grab us some.
I met Brian Posehn one year at Comic-Con. He was there. I was working. I worked on a Justice League book that Pat Oswalt had written, and so he was out there. And this was when I was very, very first starting out, so I didn't know anybody. But just thinking back on it recently, like back then, I knew who Patton was, but I didn't know Brian. And then I was like, "There's another guy there," and I'm like, "Who was the guy?" I'm like, "Seems so familiar to me." And then I realized it was I can't think of his name. Better Call Saul guy. What's his name?
Oh, Odenkirk.
Yeah, Odenkirk.
Odenkirk.
Yeah, it was the 3 of them. So like, I'm like, apparently I got to hang out with them one time at Comic-Con, and I barely remembered it. But yeah, it was. I think there's a lot of comedians that want to do comics and stuff too, and I'd like to see more. I did draw Mandalorian cover last year. And it had Bill Burr's character. I can't think of his name. But I was like, it's like my second comedian on a comic book, basically.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jason Harris said that he didn't know if you showed the bones of his Jack of Hearts or not. I don't know.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. There you go, Jason. Perfect.
Wait, did somebody
is
finally
perfect.
get Jack of Hearts?
Yeah.
Jason Harris.
I didn't get much further than this, so that's about as far as I could do.
That is as bony as you can get.
I love
It was
it.
bony, yeah. It's just a jack right now. It's not really everything.
Yeah, there's no hearts, just Jack.
Yeah, just jack. We'll get hearts coming later.
But I love how Annika comes on and then immediately Avi comes on, which means that it's after 5 in California. Because,
I wonder if there's something going on there. Like
or
same
you
exact
guys
time.
all
Right?
hanging out together, you know.
What are you trying to insinuate, Bacon? Why
Um,
don't you just work on that spreadsheet?
No, that's Annika's job.
I thought that's what you were doing. What are you
I don't know who
working
to put
on
in.
over there?
I don't know who to put in. I don't know who to put in.
Yeah, hold on, I got you covered. Just give me a second.
No, I was at school. I was at work we have a big interview thing for a grant. So I was super focused.
Annika was teacher of the year last year.
What's your pitch going to be? Give us your money?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. You're asking for money if a grant, it's a grant. And your resources and your everything that you know. No, there's a big push in California for something called community schools. So we're applying to be one.
What's a community school?
It's like a big push to become like a hub for your community. So where you can provide like whatever the community needs, but it's like dental services, eye checks, medical stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Food banks, food, clothes, and then also like academic support and after school clubs and all that. So it's a huge thing.
Wow, that sounds like a big undertaking.
Yeah, it's our second year applying. So the first year we were oh so close.
Would you be doing the dentistry then or no?
I mean, I'll put some goggles on, but when a kid loses a tooth, I kind of like try not to throw up. I can't handle it. And then they come up with their
Has
tooth.
anyone ever lost a tooth in a less than normal way, or is it just pretty? Oh,
No, it's just the pretty norm.
yeah.
But they definitely will like come when it comes out and they're like, oh, look, it's my tooth. I'm like, oh.
You know what? I don't care if you show me, your bloody tooth, but like, please don't come up and wiggle your tooth at me. Like, my kids do that, like,
Yeah.
That's so much worse. That's so much worse.
I think, yeah, especially as an adult, because you're like, your teeth aren't supposed to wiggle. So it's just such an adverse reaction when they wiggle. What's wrong with your tooth?
See, now, immediately all I can think of is the episode of Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson takes the pliers.
Yeah, he pulls it out. And it turns out it had already been pulled.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
Just
did
messing
it
with
spin-off,
it.
though? That should have been a spin-off.
Oh my God. Because they all went on to be a lot more famous than they were on the show.
All right.
Yeah, see, work is over for Avi.
Yeah.
My work is over at 3.
Emilio has an Anka question. Are you in a good school district?
We're in
Well,
a
there was a pause. There was a pause, Emilio.
But all districts like have like, their higher income areas, their lower income areas. So it's just a very big district. And it's only an elementary school district. And we have like 46 elementary schools. And I'm in the smallest one of the district. So hopefully we don't get shut down. That would be so sad. I just realized how many people are here watching. That's a lot of people, guys. There's a lot of you.
Oh wow!
So popular.
And you can't even see what I'm drawing here. I'm working on Wonder Woman now. So there you go.
Ooh, Wonder Woman, Pat. Look at that. Philip will be very happy.
Get to draw all that hair. I was trying to teach some kids how to draw hair recently, and just like it's really fun, but it takes a long time. I kind of miss the big like '80s hair style that Like when you go back and read X-Men and stuff like that, they just have enormous hair. I think we need to bring that back. I think that's gonna.
Don't worry, Bacon's bringing it back.
What am I bringing back?
The hair.
Big hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love it, don't you?
No.
Because you won't get a haircut. I was giving him the business Saturday, Pat.
December 5th, it's coming.
If you give someone a business about getting a haircut, it's just going to embolden them to not cut it even more. So,
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure who I'm trying to help here, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I was down here a couple of years ago. My wife kept saying, "Get a haircut." I'm like, "Never." I will.
You drew me a speedball, Pat. You're
There you
bulletproof.
go.
You've got a lot of carte blanche.
Yep. Take a bullet for me. I know it. I know it. That's how I get.
Not in the face, though. That's how I makes my living.
Well, Rubber Gumball, since you just joined us, I will tell you how it works. So what we're doing is Pat's. We'll throw up a claim whenever Pat is ready, and if you are one of the of three or less, if you get the first claim in, you get the sketch. You get to pick what he draws. The options are scrolling across the bottom. It's up to if it's more than three, we'll put you all on a wheel spin, and we'll take the first person who wins the wheel spin, or like we've been doing tonight since Ken's not here and it's just off the rails. I've just been taking all five, and I'm making Pat work.
Never ever put Jeff in charge.
There'll be no Christmas at the Gleason house this year. Daddy's got to work.
Daddy's got to work. Well, but when Daddy's done working, there'll be lots of presents.
Then you get presents. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Chicken
as most
coops.
kids would probably say, "My dad around or presents? My dad around." Yeah. When they grow up, they're gonna miss the dad part. But when they're kids, they're like, "Okay, Dad, bye. What do you got?
Yep.
What do you got?"
See you later. See you later.
That's funny.
So Robert Gumball, so just the standard claim process. Yep, standard. That's it. Oh, let's put Annika on full screen because I want to see this beautiful Pat Gleason piece.
Oh, look at that.
Jane Foster.
What? Shocking. There you go, Amelia.
Look at
You have
that.
my Jane.
Wow.
Glad it made it safe and sound.
Oh, it is my prized possession this year. My favorite.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I never got to draw her before either. So.
Oh, you guys, you heard it here.
She's the
The
Jane
first.
Foster is pretty cool, but how high does she bounce? Because Speedball can bounce pretty high. I'm just
Oh,
I
I was like, I missed something.
I have a question. So is Speedball like invulnerable if he when he comes down?
Yeah. When the Speedball force is on, like he can't be damaged. He just bounces. You hit him and he bounces.
There's a Speedball force?
Yes.
Oh.
The kinetic force field that surrounds him.
Oh, okay. So what happens if Speedball connects with Cannonball? What happens there?
Cannonball's going the opposite direction, friend. And then so is Speedball, because that's how kinetic energy works.
Is that how physics works, Becker?
That's
He's
the
so
comic
cool.
face-off we missed. That's the one we need.
See, everybody goes for cool. I go for who can bounce the highest, and I haven't found anybody that bounces more than Speedball.
See, though, you give me shit, Becker, and I'm the only one who understood your joke when you said it.
I know you did. I know you got it.
Someone needs to do a cover of him in one of those little coin-operated machines. Like a whole bunch of them, a bunch of Speedballs in there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You have to laugh at my jokes. You have to. I do this. Wow. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we are off the rails tonight.
So wait, Bouncing Boy from Legion, Becker, is Bouncing Boy versus Speedball?
Emilio, if you're not going to treat this seriously, I don't know how I'm supposed to talk to you.
Wow,
Oh my
Becker,
God.
those are fighting words.
Does Speedball do anything? Does he have does he just bounce? Does he do?
Yeah, pretty much. He just bounces. And then if he gets going in the right direction, so that's the whole thing. He could never control his power very, very well. That's how Ditko created him. The whole idea of it was he was like the star of his high school. Yes, everyone, it's Speedball talk. He was the star of his high school football team, and he was working part-time in an internship at Hammond Labs. And he got caught in a beam with a cat. He was chasing a cat in heels, and they both got powers. And so now when physical contact hits him, so like if he was playing football and you tackled him, his powers would activate and he could like break every bone in your body. So he had to basically avoid human contact. He dropped out of sports. His dad gets worried about him, doesn't think he's taking life seriously, but really he's trying to learn how to control his powers because he's afraid of hurting somebody. So he has to avoid human contact.
Man.
Kind of a rogue thing in there too. Like,
Yeah.
did they ever have
definitely.
a heart? Did they ever have a?
But Rogue doesn't bounce very high.
Well,
Well, she would if she
I'm gonna
like.
keep going to this well, folks.
What if Rogue touched Speedball?
What if Rogue touched Speedball?
oh, I think
Then
I
she
think
would be bounce. Then she would bounce higher than Speedball because she'd take his powers.
Becker, nothing but the highest praise from Saratovsky.
She would bounce with a southern accent.
A southern accent. It's a good one.
Oh, shug.
All right, Wonder Woman is getting close.
I was on a.
Should we take another one?
Jill.
Let's see. So he's working on Wonder Woman right now.
Yeah. Guys, get it ready because Annika's never done this, so it's going to take her like 20 minutes to find the claim banner. So y'all know it's coming.
I got you covered. Don't worry.
No, boom, I did it.
Oh, look at that. The claim's up. Oh my God. There's the claim.
I did it.
Oh, there it
And
is.
no, Michael, he cannot
Can he bounce on
I cannot what? Uh-oh.
bounce on
Bounce
water.
on water. is
No,
the-
he sinks.
And just like that, I already got 5. Avi, you just missed the cut.
Oh, boy.
Raul just missed the cut.
A little more Wonder Woman there. So
There it is. So you don't worry about this next round's of claims, Pat. We'll take this, you don't have to write anything down. We'll get it all and then we'll give it to you all at once. That way you can just keep working hard.
I will keep on. Now you sound like an editor. Don't worry about it. Just keep working. And
Exactly.
then the clock should chime in and say it's 7:30. And that is.
I've been waiting. I've been watching it.
I know
Do
it's
you want to give
7,
me the names,
We got-
Jeff?
45 seconds, people. If you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready for it, guys. Watch the countdown. So
I'm
it's
trying to time it.
so the names we have are James, and that's James Draculis,
Mm-hmm.
Corey Fuhrer, Fuhrer, Michael Saratovsky, Danny Lee,
Mm-hmm.
and Rubber Gumball. Those are the top.
What
We
time
got-
is it?
Like just from memory, guys, like 3 out of 5 of those, I don't have your emails. So make sure you send me a direct message on Facebook Messenger, please.
But wait, Bacon, there's only one more important thing you need to know.
What's that?
7:30.
There it
That's
is.
it right there. That's it right there. That's it. It's 7:30.
Can you see my
See, I
screen? Can you
wanted
see my
to-
screen?
Thank you, Philip.
All
Do you see my
right.
screen?
Huh? What?
See my screen?
Private
No.
chat.
There's nothing in the private chat.
Laptop came unplugged. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. I did it. Ooh.
There's the wheel spin, and now that you've set it up, I don't care what it says. I'm taking all 5 again. So
Why are you making him do the wheel then?
I didn't make her do the wheel. I did make her do the wheel. 'cause I
That
wanted
was
her to do
so
the
much
wheel.
work for me. Do you know how long it took me to figure things out? You know what?
I know. Well, that was the point. Is you were late. So that's your punishment, is having to do the wheel and not know that I'm just taking all 5 names. Avi, yes, I said you missed it by that much, just behind Gumball. So we're gonna take all 5. So yes, so all 5 of those people, you all are gonna get sketches. So in the claim, please let us know James, Corey, Michael, Danny, and Gumball. Let us know what
Oops.
characters and which options you would like, and we will jot it down. We're not going to say these out loud because Pat's doing his thing. I don't want to stress him out. He likes to write everything down on paper. We'll just wait till he's done with this round, and then he can do it all at once.
You
Okay,
can stress
Bacon,
that, guys.
I'll get the new ones in here. The ones
Okay.
from this part.
So there you go.
Also, Becker, I hate you right now because when you put up your like no camera and it was my picture, I was like, wait, why is my camera off?
I know, and then you flipped it.
Michael, no, I don't think he has any Fantastic Four blanks.
I don't know.
7x10 Raker.
I will
I'm
offer
not
to
even-
cross any title off of a book and write.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just scratch it out. Just big old X.
Yep.
See, that's my big hope out of this Night Thrasher series is that they do a blank cover, and I'm gonna buy like 15 of them.
For the who?
All right, guys. The first 10 people, your invoices have been sent. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Dan, for already paying. We appreciate that.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, we've got a couple of these other ones coming in. Very cool. Very cool.
And Annika, I'm going to send you the list.
I won't write them down. You should say what they are.
We'll say, well, I want you. You don't worry, but we'll have it all. And then when you're ready, we'll just give you a boom, 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 boom.
You want to just hear the names though?
Yeah. Give me,
Raker, Queragot, the Green Lantern of Apocalypse, preferably the look from the cover of Orion number 18, but the new look works too.
He's being too specific.
Corey is getting
Thank
the
you, Scott.
Squirrel version of Queen Goblin or M-Plate from X-Men.
Queen Goblin. I've done.
Squirrel version of Queen Goblin.
Wait, Squirrel?
Yeah, what?
Squirrel version of Queen Goblin.
Why
or
not?
M-Plate from X-Men.
Okay.
Rubber Gumball is 7x10 Doc Savage, please. And Michael Saratovsky is a 7x10 Thing, blue-eyed, lovable one.
Oh, all right. Those are all great. Even the squirrel one. That's going to be fun.
And just because the other one looks so cool, Danny's wants to get a 9x10, 9x12 or 7x10. Let us know, Danny, because you kind of picked a size we don't have of Kilowog. I'm
thinking 9x12 because last time he got the 9x12.
Oh, there you go. That's probably what he wants.
But I don't know. Ooh, Danny, you're getting called out.
Oh yeah, Jerry's calling you out, man. You're not supposed to be spending money, Danny. And Dan, you're right. You are correct. Danny did mean 9x12. So
it all goes to the cat fund.
Exactly. It goes to the Cat's Broken Leg Fund and the Office Flood.
What do they do for a cat's broken leg?
Well, they give you 3 options, and all of them are
crazy.
Cheap. They're all cheap. Yeah, you can. I mean, depending on where it's broken and how bad it is, they at least for ours, this one is really bad. So she's like, you'd have to have like plates and screws and all that kind of stuff.
And like that thing that like sticks out for a while.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can have like the 3-legged cat. There's always that. There's always that, which is apparently a really common thing. I was looking that up.
Well, it's such a cheaper option than all the other stuff. It just and the cats, they adapt so quickly. I guess
they do. It's more of it's a dog thing too. A lot of dogs losing, peg leg things. I don't know. If you guys ever see, there's this terribly funny like news story, like the viral news story that went around. Some news anchor doing a story on a pig that had its back 2 legs amputated, and so it's showing footage of this little pig. He's got little wheels on his butt, like he's wheeling around, and it has the name of the pig on the bottom, and the guy's cracking up trying to read it. The name of the pig is Chris P. Bacon.
That's me.
That's right.
Bacon.
Chris Bacon.
No, yeah. Unfortunately, his parents gave him the wrong middle name, but yes.
Chris they named me James. What is that all about? Christopher James Bacon. Come on.
CJ Bacon? That's terrible.
I know, right?
How much big?
And
he's actually Canadian bacon too, so
I am.
Oh, that was not a very good movie.
Wow, Danny and Jerry are just going at it. Danny says that Uncle Jerry ban him. Jerry says Danny hates the Princess Bride movie. This is vicious.
Whoa.
Who hates the Princess Bride?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he does. Danny's calling out Jerry, saying Jerry hates Jerry's calling out Danny, saying Danny hates the Princess Bride.
How can you hate the Princess Bride?
I don't hate it, but I still maintain that it's only good once.
Nobody's going to agree with you, Bacon.
Yeah, nobody is. Sorry. That's just inconceivable.
Yeah, so we had this conversation on Saturday, Pat, and Bacon said, yeah, I saw it once. You don't need to see it again. Once is enough.
That's not American. I don't know.
Well, he's from Canada, so we try to treat him with
a little
understanding. Yeah.
You know, here in Minnesota, we call Canada Minnesota's hat. Is that nice or not nice? I don't know.
Canada's like 7 times bigger than Minnesota.
It's a really big hat. It's a really
big hat. Yeah.
Texas cowboy hat.
Listen, as Robin Williams said, Canada's like, what did he say? He said it's like I'm gonna screw this up. I'm not even gonna say it until I remember
it. A Robin Williams impression.
He said Canada's like a loft over a really cool party. That's what he said.
That is funny.
Oh, and Linda Craig said to Bacon, only once? Who hurt you?
Thank you, Linda. That's why I like you.
Yeah, not a movie I would say, you don't ever need to see it again.
Oh, no. Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
There was a
Harper Compass Mary Humperdinck, a little less than half an hour.
I will fast forward through the Billy Crystal bit because that part gets old. That goes on too long.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's just too much. It's so good.
Have fun storming the castle. All right.
I just wish Andre the Giant made more movies. I haven't looked, but there's got to be at least one other movie out there that can stop. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, tons of wrestling.
Well, obviously, but I mean, Mr. T, at least he did like DC Cab, and aside from Rocky, he had the one big one, but there was a couple of
DC Cab.
Well, then he had like the A-Team. He had the A-Team show too, which was
Yeah. He did have the show. Mr. T's.
No, well, I know that Billy Crystal wrote that movie with that, and he ended up putting George Mirasan in that he had written for Andre the Giant, but then he passed away.
Yeah, My Giant.
My Giant, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. He wrote it for Andre?
Yeah, he wrote it with Andre in mind when they worked together on The Princess Bride, and then Andre passed away, so he ended up doing it with George Mirasan instead.
Was that the
Andre's
same guy?
Got such a sad story.
Yeah. Was that the same guy from Big Fish?
No, that's a different actor. George Mirasan, he played basketball for the Wizards. He was like 7'6" or 7'8" or something.
Yeah. I can see him in my mind, but I don't remember.
Let's see. Come to OAX. Who do you want to come to OAX?
Brought up the Wizard.
There's all kinds of conversations going on.
I'm sure you guys are.
Look at that! Oh, he got the guitar. They'll be very happy.
I'm gonna work on a little bit more, but we'll get him in
bones. Them bones.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
And I kind of want to cross out Amazing Spider-Man and write Spider-Punk over it, but let me know.
Listen, if you ended up doing something cool like that, I don't know if they'd have a problem with it.
I don't think they would.
It's Dustin. I'm sure he says love it. I don't know if he means crossing out the man for Punk.
I'm glad you like it so far, Dustin.
Yeah. Jason Harris asked if you've ever drawn Silver Surfer or Thor.
I don't think I've drawn Silver Surfer. I drew Thor. I think I drew him. I did a couple of Captain America like one pager things. So he was in the background for the Avengers. I did like my first Marvel jam piece had the Avengers and had X-Men on it, and I know Thor was in there, but I never nothing that was like really just featuring him. Silver Surfer would be cool too. Are they gonna make him like her for the movie? Is that true? I saw that.
That's what I keep hearing.
Once again, I think maybe they have idea. I'm hoping they just put these ideas out there and want to hear the response before they do it.
Right.
Or if I'm just like, there's no need to. I mean, once again, I don't care what the characters are not stuck in any gender or anything, but I think that there was a female Herald of Galactus. There's no need to like go through and sort of change, some
Frankie
of these
Reyes,
characters.
the other Nova.
But yeah, I mean, like they were talking about the actress who actually played Magic in the New Mutants, maybe being the female Silver Surfer.
Okay. I don't remember though.
Queen's Gambit. I can't think of her name. I don't know why. It's something Joy.
Oh, Anya.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Taylor-Joy. There you go. I got the Joy part. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, Frankie Reyes, Jason Nova.
Yeah.
That's why when New Warriors #1 came out, they called him Kid Nova, even though he had been Nova in the 70s,
right,
and early 80s.
Oops.
Terex. Emilio said he heard a while back that the Herald could be Terex.
Well, I mean, they told us we were going to get a casting announcement, and then they told us that they sort of found their Mr. Fantastic, but it's really not a definite yet. So it's such a back and forth.
Who's Mr. Fantastic? Did they say?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal was the big. They said that was, but I don't think it's been dotted. Now all the T's have been crossed and I's have been dotted yet. So, but that was the big announcement that he was announced to be Mr. Fantastic, but I don't know if it's actually a definite yet.
Okay. I guess wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm with you, Jeff. Sometimes I think they're just throwing stuff out to see what kind of reaction or talk they can get going.
Right.
And they might even be doing like a red herring too. I mean, they might be...
Yeah, remember when everybody said Mephisto was going to be in Loki?
Yeah. Well, Bacon, now that you're in the middle, look up. Look.
Uh-oh. How did I do that? I'm sorry.
Keep him there. This is way more.
Nobody wants to stare at my crazy hair that everybody hates.
No, it's just me that hates it. Pat loves it.
I think it's magnificent.
Oh well, thank you so much. That's very
You're
kind.
It's a nice best.
Okay.
That was the one thing.
It's 7:45.
45. It's kind of like a countdown, isn't it? Kind of is. I forgot what I was going to say. I was talking to my kids about. We rewatched the last 3 Spider-Man movies over Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
And it was really fun. And I that second one, it's such a good movie. I forgot how fun it was. And I like the third one a lot, but we're talking about like battle damage and stuff and how, because I'm drawing battle damage Spider-Man, so, which is something I really like doing, and they wouldn't let me do on Superman. I was not allowed to. When you're drawing Superman, you're not allowed to like tatter his cape. Like you couldn't, like if you had a big fight, his cape could not be tattered. At least for me, they wouldn't let me do that. So. But Spider-Man, you can just put him through a ringer.
Annika, 10.
What?
10.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's 7:45.
That's right, 7:45.
Definitely 7:45.
I wish the Vanessa Kirby thing was true. She's the lovely sort of ambiguous character from the last couple of Mission Impossible movies. The blonde go-between sort of and she's really good. I think she'd be great. But they haven't really. And then Joseph Quinn has been rumored for Human Torch. But yeah, no. But those
be out of it because I don't know any of these names.
Well, Joseph Quinn was he played. He was the guy from Stranger Things. You watch Stranger Things?
I do not.
Oh, you don't? Well, then you're not going to know who he is.
I watched it.
He was the guy with the guitar who's like,
Oh,
playing the Metallica and all that. That's who Joseph Quinn is.
I think I need to watch Stranger Things. Everybody tells me.
Yeah, I think you do. It's got that nostalgia factor, man. It's all 80s. It's great.
I'll probably love it. The thing is, I don't have Netflix.
Oh, well, just have somebody give you their password. It's fine.
Did I just got to say, I love James Dracula's last name. It just makes me think James Dracula.
Sorry.
Never heard that one before.
That one got me. Whitney.
There's a YouTuber that goes by the name Actual Dracula
as well. That could be true.
And we decided to mess with him, so we created like dummy accounts to follow him around. My buddy Mark was Actual Van Helsing, and then I was on my wife's phone. I was Actual Renfield, and then other people, unbeknownst to us, started getting in the game. But my favorite one was one night. I just decided that in the middle of the night, I woke up and saw he was on a live. So I showed up as Factual Dracula, and I was giving like facts about vampires.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh my God.
Cool Dracula. I mean, that could actually be a series of some sort. Like, get that to Netflix.
Well, Becker, what my daughter's birth name is, right? I named her Harker for Jonathan and Wilhelmina Harker from the Dracula novel. That's my daughter's first name.
Wow.
She doesn't go by it.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, that's my daughter's first name because my wife always wanted to name our daughter. If we had a daughter, wanted to name her Lux. So, and then she says, "But you can pick the middle name." So I was like, "Oh, cool." And I picked the middle name, and she just liked how it sounded better the other way around. And I agreed. And she's like, "Well, we're still gonna call her Lux." And I was like, "I don't care what you call her. I just got bumped up to the first name, so I'm good with it." I was happy. So
that's awesome.
So yeah,
they think you are not original.
I like James's comment. James says, if I had $1 for everyone that says the Dracula thing, I could have gotten the full figure.
That's fair. I'll take it.
To go along with that, I do call him when I used to invoice before Bacon stole it from me. I used to be like, James Dracula.
Yeah, I feel like that's I get it. I get the comment back though, just because I'm sure he does hear it all the time.
Emilio.
I
don't know if I've ever actually finished the movie Night at the Roxbury.
I think I've only seen like clips, and one of the clips is the car.
Yeah, it's just the.
Yeah.
It's okay. I get really funny renditions of my name. I get Annika, as in like Hanukkah without the H, or I get Annika, like Monica without the M, and I'm like, guys, it's just Annika. Like, you don't have to qualify it with any other part.
That's why I'm so glad growing up, Becker didn't rhyme with anything that schoolyard kids would call you.
Oh, really? It doesn't? That's funny. I can think of something.
Yeah.
Multiples.
They might have thought of it too.
That's hilarious. Rhyming is so hard, though. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so quiet. You can hear like Pat's like
pencil. You hear the scribbles? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is ASMR with Pat Gleason.
You're supposed to whisper it if it's ASMR, Pat.
Right. This is ASMR with Pat Gleason.
Oh man, that was creepy.
That was, and I kind of liked it though. It was good.
Yeah.
They were itching. Jack of Hearts.
Did Pat decide who's going to draw for Scott? There's 2 characters.
Scott Sloan?
Yeah.
What were the options again?
No, Scott Sloan was just Doc Savage.
Oh, there was a Doc Savage. I didn't get that one yet. So you guys.
Oh yeah, no. It's Corey.
Oh, sorry, Corey. Sorry.
Oh, that was bad. The Batman.
You haven't gotten to that one yet. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Bacon just
Nothing
wants
to see
be
here.
nice, you know?
No, I'm just trying to do the invoices.
You can't.
Okay.
You could just
Poor
write
man.
or. Oh, who did he choose for the Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Batman.
Batman. And it's a really cool Batman. It's a very
Oh,
Frank Miller Batman. It looks really awesome.
Ooh. Batman.
Oh, Scott. Oh, got it.
Lego Batman. That's right.
That's kind of cute, though.
Is
It
Lego Batman your favorite Batman?
My son is a huge Lego fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we last time I went to Sioux Falls, it was at JJ. We found a Lego store, and it was awesome. I mean, it was a privately owned Lego store, but they had a bunch of comics up on the wall from when Marvel did, or when DC did, like a Lego month variant cover.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they had one of my Batman and Robin Lego Batman covers up there. I was like, oh, I mean, I didn't draw it, but it was my issue. So I was like, that's super cool. So yeah, and we love Lego stuff around here. So he's always asking for
More Legos.
more Legos. When we were in New York, he had never been there, and when he found out there was a Lego store in Times Square, he was like, we have to. That was like the one place he wanted to go. So.
Is it like really big in Times Square? I imagine it has to be huge.
Well, so I live in Minnesota, and we have a Lego store at the Mall of America, and that one's big.
Oh,
This
never
one
mind.
is big. It's really big, but it's like big.
For New York.
Yeah, like it's compact. It's inside, but it's like 2 stories, and you got to do like a custom Lego. You could build your own Lego, design your own Lego figure. So we did that. That was pretty fun. And it was you had to wait, to get in. Like there was a line.
Oh,
They weren't letting people in.
wow.
It was a guy with a clicker. It's like, wow, this is like exclusive.
That's crazy.
And did you say this was your first time taking your son with you to a con?
Yeah, this was he was
Battle damaged Spidey. Nice.
Spidey.
Congrats, Roland. That's sick.
Yeah, it was over his birthday, and I was really wrestling with being gone for his birthday. And I didn't want to, and so literally the night before, I just said, "You want to go to New York for your birthday and work for me?" And he's like, "Let me think about it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, think about it." He's like, but because I kind of scared him. I was like, "You're going to be working too. Like this isn't fun."
This is a vacation.
Wow, but it was fun. We had a good time, and so we got to go out there, and I drive everywhere. Like so, we drove from Minnesota to New York to New Jersey, and then we stayed and took the ferry across every day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love
really
ferry.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've stayed in the city a few times, and I was like, you know what? Like, when we got there, I was like, we could park here long term and then go stay in the city, but the view was like so beautiful, and they had a restaurant there, and it was literally right across the street was a ferry, and you jump on, and it goes right to the back of the convention center, and couldn't have been easier. It was great. So,
Oh, that's really
Oh, the ferry took you right to the convention center?
yeah. Yep. You look out the window of your hotel, across the street is the ferry, get in, boom, right to the back of the convention center. You had to walk around to the front, but otherwise you were right there. So
Yeah, that's perfect still.
yeah.
Hey, Pat, I had a question in the private chat if you want to check that out real quick.
Okay. It'll tell you the time in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I need to know what's next. What comes after 7:45? I can't remember.
Oh, just wait.
Dude, I don't want to spoil it for you. No spoilers, folks.
Spoilers, people.
Oh, my dog is losing her mind. Hi.
Do you guys have any other conventions that you recommend? That next year I'm hoping to do a lot more if I can. So
Well, I will always recommend
Heroes.
Con and Baltimore. Those are two of my favorite shows to do. But yeah, those are great, man. If you're for art, for people who appreciate art, and for the creators, those are the shows, man.
Heroes is sick for sure.
are they big shows, or are they just like quality, little bit of everything, or just
No, they're big. They're just the Heroes is very. It's there's no celebrities. There's no like it's just about the comics. And it's very family friendly, and it's a very affordable show. It's $50 for tickets for the whole weekend, so it doesn't really.
wow.
And it's always been like that. They do an art auction that pays for part of the price of keeping it down, and it's just everybody stays. All the artists stay in the same hotel, and there's a huge art auction, and we use it as a very big gathering to hang out with as collectors. And it's just a really fun show. Last year, Becker came last year.
I went last year. Yeah, that was my first. I loved it. I drove out there. I also drive everywhere. I don't like to fly, so
yeah, so free. Anyway, yeah, no, that sounds cool. I'd like to try. I'd like to make it out there. I don't know if I. It's funny, like I'll get invited to certain shows, and to some shows it's like they don't know that you're interested necessarily, but you're like, do I send them an email and be like, hey?
Yeah, well, listen. If that's a show you think I might want to do, we can definitely put the word out.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I think
we can want to. Yeah, we'll get with Ken when he's feeling better, and JJ, and get it out to Sheldon is the person who runs the show, and we can definitely make something happen.
Cool.
But yeah, those are great shows.
I like doing these things because otherwise I just sit at home all day. Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Talk to my invalided cats and chickens. I know.
The chicken whisperer.
She was back here, but now she ran off. She's got a little like candy cane, like stripe.
Oh, like a little. My dog just tore her ACL.
Oh no.
Yeah, or like the ACL version of what dogs have. But she's like older, and she's under 30 pounds. So we're just gonna see how it plays.
When you say she's under 30 pounds, you mean like she's underweight, or that's just
no? She's just like there's like some vets that are like, if she's under 30 pounds, then just make sure she doesn't go crazy.
And Ken wants to point out that she hates bacon too.
Oh, she does. Yeah, my dog does not like bacon.
Bacon, does it worry you when an animal doesn't like you? Because it does me. Like I get my feelings hurt if a dog doesn't like me.
Yeah, literally, her dog is the first dog ever, like in 39 years of living in this world, that has not liked me.
Are you a Terminator?
Say that again.
Are you a Terminator?
I am not. Last time I checked.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just persnickety.
Do you have cordyceps? Is there some sort of transformation that's going to occur?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, Roger used to work at Baltimore.
Well, yeah, there you go. So he says, yeah, if you're interested, he has connections there. Someone asked about any Western New York or Niagara Falls, Canada. That would be cool places for you to go.
Yeah, I recently had an issue with a dog that hated me. And it was the first time in my life a dog's ever not liked me. And I took it personal. Like, really, I was sad about it.
Aw. And then Dan Joseph says Terrificon, which is in Connecticut. That's another show. But yeah, like I said, I mean, the Hero. If I had to pick of all these shows that are one that I think you'd really enjoy, I think Heroes is. It's got plenty of places to eat and lots of and just lots of great gatherings with collectors and with other artists and other creators. It's just a good. Yeah. It's a really nice show.
Have you guys heard about the? I can't think what it's called. It's like their first year, but they're trying to do kind of like an all original art convention. And
talking about the OAX and yeah. I was just gonna say and guys, we've got a claim up.
Oh,
there's the claim. If anybody wants something from Pat, type in claim in the chat.
What time is it?
This might be the last one.
Yeah, there you go, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so I actually just bought my plane tickets for OAX today. So I am a definite for OAX, and I bought my tickets for San Diego, Annika. So you'll be seeing this ugly mug. You'll be seeing this ugly mug in San Diego this year. So I decided to see. I was like, you know what? They're not going to get any cheaper now than they are now. So I just went out and bought the tickets.
You're smart. That's a smart.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I just wait too long, and it's like it ends up costing me, a couple $100 more. And I'm like, if you're gonna go, just get it out of the way.
Yep, well, that's smart. I always just, can't decide. I'm like, oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't, and then it's too late. It's too late. That OAX one, that does look interesting. I know a couple people I think that are going.
Right. All right. Let's see. So
we had a Facebook user claim.
Yeah, I need to get it back on Facebook to figure out who Facebook user is. Hold on. Accessing.
Mark,
because they
And
didn't
Wilson
give.
Kai.
That is Chris Van Wassenhove. So far, we've only got 2 claims, which means that Wilson's going to get it unless we get a couple more. I don't know. Avi, where are you, man? You missed the claim last time. Where are you, buddy? I'm calling you out to fill in here. No, you can't claim another one, Gumball. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
I was going to say, if nobody else.
You know what? What's the difference? I mean.
Tell you what, guys. All right. Unless I get 5 fresh new people, and I'm going to take all 5. I'm just going to take the first 5 claims that come up. I'll take them all.
Boom.
So I've already got Wilson, and I've got sorry, go back to the chat here. I've got Chris Van Wassenhove. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. And I'm pretty sure you've never bought from us before, Chris.
Yeah, I don't recognize that name.
So please message Chris Bacon on Messenger, or you can email us at 4ccomic@gmail.com. But if Gumball, if you want another one, man, if nobody else gets in here, I'll give it to you. You got it, buddy. So I got 3 claims going once. Avi. Oi.
Working on Sue here.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my God, that's so pretty.
Thanks.
Avi left, huh?
I would add Fantastic Four to my list of things at Marvel I haven't really drawn yet that I'd like to.
Well, the first family of Marvel is like a must.
It really is, and I'm so delusional that I think I would really like to write it too. But that's like crazy. That's crazy. But I think coming from Superman, a lot of people were thinking that maybe I would do a more family book.
Well, I guess. Listen, I feel bad for Avi, but you missed the shot, Avs. So I got 3 claims, and we'll take them all.
Gumball gets in,
and Gumball, you got it, buddy. If you want a second one, you're in, bud.
Cool.
So I think once the clock hit 9 o'clock on the East Coast and 6 o'clock on the West Coast, everybody
went to bed.
Everybody is something. I don't know. They did something. Drinking somewhere. I don't know. But we'll take all 3 of those. So just guys, let us know in the chat what you want and which option. And I will not be attending MegaCon this year. I know Bacon will not be attending MegaCon. I don't know if Annika's going. I know Becker is probably not going to be at MegaCon.
Becker will be at Kansas City, and that's it this year.
I thought Bacon was a maybe for Mega.
That's why he's a maybe. He's a solid maybe.
I love that trip to Heroes Con, though. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a cool trip.
I forgot we went to a movie there, too, Jeff.
We did. We saw the premiere of Flash.
Yeah.
Thanks to you and your friend who bought out the whole theater. We appreciate that.
Yeah, DJ Lynx. He's a baller.
Wilson, any blanks left? What blanks are you looking for? DC, Marvel?
I'll go through them one more time here real quick. I got the DC ones. I got a Shazam. I got Amazing Spider-Man 850. Amazing Spider-Man #1. There is one Batman and Robin, the new one. There's a Rocket Raccoon if anyone wants to get crazy. There is Action 1000. Apparently Minnesota Con made a blank, and I have one of those. So.
Oh.
Transformers #1. And a Young Justice.
Did I miss another claim?
Is that Avi?
I don't know. I can't see it. It's not on my thing.
It's on your Facebook?
I need to get back on. Hold on, let me see. It's not. Let's see.
Who are you?
It's Avi. Yeah, Avi, what do you want, buddy? Just tell us.
All right, we'll let you in because I feel bad for you, but I did call your name like 18 times, and I literally even sent you a message on Messenger.
Jeffrey. I called him on his cell phone and on Messenger.
Oh my gosh.
That's how good of a friend I am, you guys.
We are looking out for you, man, and you still dropped the ball, but we'll let you in anyways because we're that kind of nice. And you're lucky we only had 3 claims for the last claim
this season. Look at that.
So Avi, you're into. Let us know. Gumball wants to know if 7x10. He says, is it bad form to offer artists a choice?
No,
Never.
So, is that what you want? You want him to pick what he draws? Gumball, let us know.
It's not bad form. I will say this: if you can give me like parameters, like Marvel or female or villain, like something like that, that helps me with my insane self-doubt.
And Avi wants to know what your favorite Batman villain is.
Favorite Batman villain is Joker. Obviously, it's an easy answer, but I really like the animated series. So Mr. Freeze and that was just fantastic. And Clayface. I think Clayface. That was the one thing at DC. I was on Batman for 50 issues, and I think I never got to do a Clayface story. I always wanted to, but I think he's just a cool character. I think he could have his own book, to be honest. So, but that's just me. Also, ventriloquist. I like ventriloquist, but I think there's a way to make him really, really, really cool, like a really like upper class Batman hero. But
I prefer Scarface to the ventriloquist.
Okay.
Isn't that the dummy?
Yeah, Scarface is the dummy. Yeah, then yeah.
Eggman's a good one too.
Yeah.
I think that's his name, right? Eggman. No, Humpty Dumpty. That's what I'm thinking of.
There you go.
Bookworm.
Mad Hatter. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of obscure Batman villains. Bookworm, Kite Man.
We did our own. We did our like Dick Tracy villain Batman characters. There was Bootface. They were villains that were all united because they'd all been maimed somehow by Batman. So there was Bootface, who had literally like a permanent Batman boot print on his face.
Mm-hmm.
There was Bathead, who had a batarang stuck in his head. There was a guy named Smush, who was like 3 guys that got smushed together. They never really took off. Like, I loved them, but I don't know. I put him in Robin Son of Batman. A couple of them I had him just be like the worst villains ever. They were robbing a garage sale. Like that was I always like, Hitman was a good, people forget Hitman was a Gotham centered universe. So they had some cool stuff in there. I would like to see some more crossover.
All right, quick question, Pat. This is your choice. Action comic, either an Action Comics 1000 with Superman Blue or an Amazing Spider-Man #1 with Silk.
Electric Superman.
So Superman Blue on the Action blank or Silk on the Amazing Spider-Man blank.
Oh man, that's tough. I would probably go Silk. So
No, Wilson, I'm not jealous at all.
I'm going Silk. Yeah, I have to go Silk. So stop me now if you want, but that's
all right. There you go. So Wilson, I'm sure is going to be fine with that. So you guys can copy that down. And then
I got Chris Van Wassenhove has been talking to me, so I already got him. He's going to do 11x14 Damian Wayne Robin.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Wow, nice.
Scott, I got Avi. Choose yet, bud.
Avi's down to Killer Croc or the Riddler. Which one do you like better, Pat?
Croc.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Avi, I just need to know which size you want: the 7x10, 9x12, or 11x14. Let us know.
All right. After the
said that Condiment King is clearly the best.
Well,
oh yeah.
We'll leave that one up for debate, I guess.
It's a matter of opinion, I guess. All right, cool. So you guys write Avi down for a Killer Croc on 7x10 please.
Well, I just found DC would send me stuff occasionally. Of all the things I've drawn in like 25 years, I did one Killer Croc cover, and that thing made it onto like hats, wallets, there's a pair of socks with Killer Croc on them, phone case. It's all from this one lenticular cover that I did with him. And it's awesome. I like it. So
That's
it's fun to
cool.
draw me.
Yeah. Well, guys, like we have the list of what everybody wants. We are going to give this list to Pat. Obviously, he doesn't have time to start all of these right now.
Yeah,
But
you guys,
have we heard from everybody? Do we have everybody's choices, Bacon?
Yep.
We
We're
got them
all
all. Well, listen, look at that pile
Wow, guys.
I'm gonna be busy.
of stuff. Pat does not get to have a very Merry Christmas until after Christmas, probably.
That's right. That's all right. This will be fun. This will be fun.
But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Pat, thank you again for joining us. This has been great.
Mhm.
Hopefully we can, reconstruct your cat into some sort of bionic
Yes.
animal from all this. And, it's going to look cool. It's gonna
What's
be
your cat's name?
The cat's name is Snickers. So Super Snickers, I guess, would be.
Super Snickers. Exact Super Snickers. There it is.
Yep.
Nice.
But
Well, we all hope Snickers mends and whatever you guys end up doing.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll bring. We'll have a Dr. Doolittle episode next time. I'll bring all my animals on with me. And
there you go. We'll say we want
Do
pictures
the-
of the chicken
Do the
coop.
chickens come inside?
they can no, they
No.
don't.
I was going to say that sounds filthy.
They're filthy animals. They are.
Oh
they
my
are.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But thank you again, and thank you to Annika for joining us. Better late than never. Thank you so
All
much.
right, guys.
And Bacon, you were working hard tonight. Thank you so much for doing all the due diligence on the invoicing and getting all the stuff down and creating wheel spins, even though I made you not use them. And Becker, thank you for making me not have to talk by myself the whole time. I appreciate you, sir.
I'm always
Thank you
here.
guys all. Seriously.
And Ken, thank you for just chiming in every once in a while in the chat. It was very nice for you to watch. And hopefully your headache is getting better, buddy. But we will see you all later. Join us next Tuesday for another 4C Live. And thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Peace out, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.